Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at Earthspark Twitch. Now this is the first one I got in the Earthspark line, mostly because I watched Kean Carlisle's video on the first season of Transformers Earthspark, and I thought that, he had this figure, and I thought, hey, it looks pretty cool, I'll check it out. And I am glad to say I do not regret that decision. I think this figure looks pretty good. I like the shade of teal they used, and it goes well with the red. And for once, I can't believe I'm saying this, but but the clear plastic they put on this figure, they used it sparingly, and it works pretty well. These little, what are they called? They're probably wings. These little wings, they don't feel like they're gonna pulverize the moment I touch them, and just this figure looks really good. Now, in terms of accessories, she doesn't come with much. She just has this little arm cannon that you can plug in right here, and that's how I like to pose her in my collection, because I think the arm cannon just looks good. In terms of articulation, she has a pretty good range of motion. She's got a lot of ball joints and swivels all over the place, although there are some issues with clearance, because especially like if you try to use the waist swivel, the legs can get in the way of the back wings. These little back, landing gear parts for the alt mode tend to get in the way of a lot of things. Tend to get caught on a lot of things, like the hover fans. She just has a lot of stuff, and it gets in the way of a lot of other stuff. In terms of that other stuff, I find it kind of impressive how they have these articulated fans, these articulated hover fans. And of course, like I said, you got these little back wings. I saw in Kean Carlisle's video that you can take them off, and his copy was able to hold the swords. But got it to work. I got it to work. When I first tried this, it didn't work. Oh, that's neat. And yeah, I think with that, we can now get into the transformation. Now, that is one of the criticisms I have of this figure, is that there's a lot of pieces here that just kind of work on pressure, and you got to keep the pressure up in order to not have it explode back into robot mode. That would be one of my criticisms of this figure, is that the engineering on the transformation is a bit screwy. Like, especially this chest piece is supposed to stay flipped up. It does not. It just stays kind of tilted down, and you are kind of required to have this arm cannon to just keep it straight. Because otherwise, if you lose that little piece, it just does not look right. And then the legs. Now the legs start out simple. You just push the calves out. You got the little back fans, and you flip them into the back. And then now the issue comes with is tabbing it all in together. What I found is, wait, did I screw something up? Yeah, I screwed something up. There we go. What I found is that there is a little space, like right there, that you can tab the foot in. But there's also this space on the forearm that you can tab into the side of the calf. Oh, that actually kind of worked. And then here in the back, then here on the side of the hip, there's a space for the foot. There's a space for the bottom of the foot. And it kind of requests, and the instructions request that you do all three of these at the same time. I find that doing two of three is just as good. And if you really can't figure it out, just tabbing the feet into the shoulders is fine. You don't really have to do all three or just two of them. You can just do one or two. What I'm saying is that we have options. And then we got to get the other leg in. And I find that when tabbing in these little wing parts, they kind of not push in all the way. And that's just one of the things you just got to accept with this figure. Not everything's going to tab in perfectly, and that's okay. What matters is that it looks good. What matters is it's not... What am I trying to say? Is that it doesn't... Oh! Alright. This may be one of the only times this actually all looks perfect. Right? Nope. Scratch that. This still looks screwy. This back look. Alright. And that is the drone mode. Now, I think this is a really good alt mode. I like what they did I like what they did with this. It looks good. It genuinely looks really good. I like this. I have no issues with this. And now we can get this. Now we can get her untransformed. The legs are very smooth. The legs are pretty smooth in how they come back out. It's just the arms are a bit frustrating because they come on these really tight butterfly joints. And if you don't do it right, they kind of like I said, they collide with the hover fans a lot. There you go. And then now, I have seen Twitch in basically every Walmart and Target shelf warming. She has been shelf warming every Target and Walmart in the Chicago metro area. So I'm certain, and if Chicago has a figure, it's safe to say most of the country has that figure because we've been going through a bit of a dry spell in terms of good stuff or any stuff. So if you have the spare change and you're looking for some Earthspark stuff, I would highly recommend you get Twitch. So and that'll be everything. That should be everything. Thank you everyone for watching. If you agree with my opinions or you want to say your own piece, there is the comment section below. And if you like the video, there is a button for that. And if you want to see when the next one of these reviews come out, definitely click that subscribe button. And until then, bye.